on our way to treatment number 52, but we've got some work to do first. So I just arrived at the resort here in Dallas. It's called the Texas Gaylord Hotel and Resort. I've got a keynote talk tomorrow for a division of Johnson & Johnson. And they make these kind of stents that go up and they pull out blood clots from the brain. It's incredible. So anyway, we've got an interesting room here. We're gonna have about 100 people here tomorrow, pretty small room, but I'm excited about it. And it's gonna be easy to do. It's a small room, boom, bam, boom. They have no idea what they're in for.
Today is a new day in a new life. I am stronger, wiser, with an absolute total certainty. Any illusion of fear or self-doubt are crushed by my incredible courage today. We've got about 100 sales professionals in there today. They're about to blow up that market at Johnson & Johnson, and I get to show them how, and I'm so excited about that. So, you know, keynote talks for me are obviously, that's how I earn my living, and I get so excited because I get to show these people how to expand their sales career, be better people, and really find more fulfillment in life, and I'm excited about that.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you so much.
I'm walking back to the room with the one and only Angel. And I'm so excited you attended the event with me today. And we rocked it today with this young sales group, and they're on fire. And it's always better when you're with me. So we're heading back to, we're leaving tonight. It's Saturday, what night is it? It's Wednesday night. We're in Dallas. We are at the Gaylord Resort, and we're heading to Phoenix tomorrow because I've got to go to Mayo for treatment number 52. So we're doing it.
We're doing it.
We're doing it. Thanks for your thoughts and prayers. Appreciate it. A very successful event now on our way to Scottsdale for treatment number 52. So,
For you, it's okay.
so Thursday, May 31st, we just arrived at the Mayo Clinic on a flight from Dallas after my keynote, going in to give some blood, and then we're going to meet my cousin Tom, and then I'm going to go see the doctor. He's going to say, "Wow, you look great." Isn't that what's going to happen?
Yes, it is.
All right, see y'all later. I'm with the Angel, and we are at the Mayo Clinic in Scottsdale, and I'm in here for treatment number 52. So the good news is I feel great, and the doc says I look great, and blood numbers, white blood cells, all that stuff looks great. Right? So there's three numbers we're looking at. What's called an M spike, and the other one is called an NTPro-BNP, and the other one is light chain proteins, Lambda light chains. So I haven't got the light chain numbers back yet. I'll get them back tomorrow. But the NTPro-BNP, which is the heart effectiveness, it actually went in the wrong direction. Started out at 1600, came on down. Last month we were at 489. This month it's at 900, which is double, which I'm a little bit, I don't know. I guess I'm not concerned, but surprised.
I'm curious about it.
Yeah,
it's more curious because you feel great. So
I feel great.
even though, and the doctor wasn't worried about it because he's like, look, you feel great, you look great. Even though the numbers are it, maybe it's an anomaly, he said, so we'll check it next month and see. But also he lowered his torsemide, which is diuretic, so that could have affected those numbers as well. So, you know, we're looking at all those little factors. The biggest thing is that you look good and you feel good.
Yep,
Right.
yep, absolutely. So anyway, we're going to wait on the numbers and see what the light chain proteins look like before we're talking about upping the dose of Venetoclax or doing anything else. But we did talk a lot today about what the future looks like. And so it's really an ongoing management process to where we'll see how long that the body tolerates this particular healing serum that I'm on, and if it doesn't make it to where we need to go, and you know, then we can do a stem cell transplant, and then there might be no therapy after that. But everything is in the future, and we don't know. It all depends on how I respond, how my body responds to the serums, and so it's just we're playing the long game. So that's where we are. So I should be able to find out the numbers for the Lambda light chain proteins, which should be in by tomorrow morning, and then we'll really know what's happening.
Yeah.
Okay, but I'm feeling great, and thank you for your thoughts and prayers. Thank you, Angel. we've been traveling all day. I had a keynote in Dallas, Texas on Wednesday evening.
That'd be last night.
That's last night, yeah. And then we got on a flight this morning from Dallas and flew to Phoenix, and then we hopped in an Uber, and then we came in to take a blood draw. Then we took another Uber to meet my cousins at an Einstein's, and I finally ate. I hadn't eaten since the night before at 8 because I had to fast for my blood test today.
Okay. Oh my God, I love this woman. I love this woman. I'm so glad that I can see you guys today. I'm so glad you're here. I look forward to seeing you soon and getting good news from you, like, as we go forward.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So, yes.
And then we came back here for my 3:30 appointment with Dr. Larson, and so now we're jumping on a flight at 6:30, heading back to Vegas, and that's going to be exciting.
Yes.
So
Looking forward to it.
nobody to better do that with than the angel.
That's my baby.
So we're just hanging out here in the doctor's office. We may never leave. This is what she has to go through all the time. Poor woman. She's been working on getting out for years. But I got a lock on her. Some women would hate this. She likes it. Can you tell? Can you tell?
Oh my God. We need to go.
Let's go.
Saturday, June 2nd, 2018, Saturday night. So here's the great news, is that I feel great. I'm sore, but I feel great. And we got the numbers back. There's 3 markers that we look for. The most important one is that light chain protein. And the light chain protein, the number we're shooting for is about 2. And I started at 16. Last month, I was at 4.82. And this month we came in at 3.83, which is almost a point drop, which is incredible. And I'm on this healing serum called Venetoclax, and it's for the 14-11 chromosome switch, and I think it's working magic.
I think so.
So anyway, we're thrilled about it. We're absolutely thrilled. The other 2 markers, one of them stayed kind of steady. What's called an M spike, and the other one is a heart related. It's called NTPro-BNP, and I actually went in the wrong direction a lot.
So weird.
So we're monitoring that. So I'm not sure exactly what that means, but
There's a lot of factors in that.
yeah.
He lessened his diuretic. He's been amazing with his diet, but he's been traveling a lot. So sometimes he's adding more salt into his diet, being out of control of what he's eating at a restaurant. So that could have had some factors. So we don't know exactly what's going on there. So we're just kind of playing it out and see what happens next month.
Yeah. So when I travel, it's more difficult to control the sodium intake. So I'm attempting to balance sodium intake with different doses of diuretics and traveling and keynotes and whatnot. So we're gonna see. So my numbers.
It's no fun taking diuretics when you're getting on a plane or getting ready to go on stage, and so he plays with that.
Sometimes you just don't take them.
Yeah.
So that would be kind of wacky.
Yeah. Well, definitely uncomfortable.
Yeah. So what else? What other good news was going on?
Oh, gosh, I mean, just the main number that we would look at is the light chains, and so I mean that's the big deal. That's the big deal is when those go down. I mean, because that's the amyloid in his body, and so when that goes down, the further it goes down, the better the news is for him. And so this new medication that he's on is something that he could be on for quite a while, but at the end of the day, we don't know what that does to a person because this is actually a newer drug. And so they've had people on it for a few years, but then they are then able to have the stem cell transplant. And so they can then be on holiday, they call it, and won't need any medication. And so with any luck, that will happen sooner than later, so that he can have the stem cell transplant without being on this medication for too long, and then they can play with it from there. So I mean, that's the big deal. That's a big deal because that means change in the future should it go down below a 2. So we want the numbers to go below a 2.
It's kind of a weird thing though, because it is great that the numbers are going that direction, and the whole stem cell transplant is a scary proposition.
Yeah.
It's a really scary proposition. So it's like if you're doing so well and you just feel great, I think you just want to kind of stay there. So it's really going to be a strange feeling to have to make that decision, whereas we move forward to that or not. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen yet, but those are some things we talked about in Scottsdale on Thursday, right? So
Yep.
just talking about what could happen, what are options.
If and when and
Yeah.
how.
So it's
And
very much
everything.
still up in the air, right?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, well, he said you're a candidate for it, and
Yeah.
he said that you were a candidate before, but you were too fragile before, and they couldn't chance that, and so they didn't even want to go there yet. But your numbers have to be good anyway, so either way, your numbers have to be below 2 before they do a stem cell transplant, because it's no sense in doing it otherwise. So yeah, it'll be interesting
Yeah.
to see what's next, you know. But that really is, at least we have a plan of action, even though we don't know when, you know.
Yeah.
But that's great stuff.
It's great stuff. And so what I talked to Jennifer about was just, you know, that was amazing. That just made both of our days that the light chain proteins went down, because like she said, that is the number one factor, the biggest factor. Yet the heart numbers that went up a lot were alarming. And so what I talked to her about was just, you know, when I first started with getting really disciplined with the sodium, I mean, I was like on it, meaning that I was measuring everything. Now, not to say that I stopped hitting the number, but I wasn't as careful. So, I mean, I don't really think I went over in the past, but I just, you know,
And traveling makes a big difference.
traveling is tough.
And just FYI, the NTPro-BNP is the efficiency of the heart. So when the numbers go up, it means that his heart isn't as efficient at that point. So you want to keep the sodium down so that his heart can be more efficient, and the diuretics help take the fluid out and whatnot. So it's really about his heart being efficient. They want to keep that working good. So
Yeah, and so the other thing that's in the mix is these amyloids that are in my GI tract create some kind of a, how do you explain that? It's some kind of a bacteria that causes gas to just stay in there. So it doesn't get released, it just stays in there, and that's what's causing the bloating. So when I got these antibiotics that are specifically for this area about a month ago, man, my stomach just went flat. All of a sudden it came back. I felt great. I felt more fit. It was incredible.
yeah, I want some of those antibiotics, by the way.
Yeah, Jennifer
If I
wants
could get a
those.
dose, I'd really be happy.
And now we're maybe 3 weeks into that, and it's kind of come back. And so I attempted to reorder, and I talked to it anyway. So now we've got more insurance issues, and so I wish I was on it right now, but I'm not. And because we're going to Charlotte next week, I'm doing this event with Les Brown. And so that's kind of the weird thing, is I want to go into these events feeling great, feeling my best, and I'm not. So those are the times you just gotta roll with it. But and considering where I've been, I still feel like a champ. So that'll be a small task to overcome. So that's it. It was a big visit for us, and we're just really thrilled. We were so thrilled to get that number. So thank you so much for your thoughts and prayers and continued good vibes sending our way. We really appreciate it.
We're blessed. We're blessed to have everybody around us, and the support and the communication that we receive, the love, every single day. And you don't know who you have around you until oftentimes things like this happen. So it's been remarkable.
Yes, it has. Thank you. Bye.